class. Today we will be finding the local minimum or maximum by first finding the derivative, then setting the derivative equal to 0. Then we plug the solutions into the original function to find the minimum and maximum. Here we see a function of f of x is equal to 2x to the power of 3 plus 3x squared minus 12x. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please donate on the Cash App with the $sign up front, MLB fan. And when we find a derivative, this is called calculus. So we need to find the first derivative of f of x is equal to 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 12x. So f prime of x is equal to 2 times 3x to the 3 minus 1 plus 3 times 2 x to the 2 minus 1 minus, let's put a power of 1 above that x there, so 12 times 1 x to the 1 minus 1. So f prime of x will equal 6x to the power of 2 plus 6x to the power of 1 minus 12x to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. So f prime of x is equal to 6x squared plus 6x to the power of 1 minus 12 times 1. So f prime of x will equal 6x squared plus 6x to the power of 1, or 6x, minus 12. Then the next step is to set f prime of x equal to 0. So 6x squared plus 6x minus 12 equal to 0. Let's let that marinate a little bit there. And then we're going to move to the next page. So 6x squared plus 6x minus 12 is equal to 0. So we need to factor here. We need to factor by grouping. So we need to multiply the first and third terms with its trinomial here. A trinomial has 3 terms. 6x squared is term number 1. 6x is term number 2. And minus 12 is a constant, that is term number 3. So 6x squared times negative 12 is negative 72x squared. Now, we need something that multiplies to equal negative 72 and add to equal 6. Well, 12 times negative 6 is negative 72, and 12 plus negative 6 is 6. So we have met the requirements there. So 12x times negative 6x. So we bring down our first and third terms. So 6x squared plus 12x minus 6x minus 12 and set that equal to 0. Then we split this in half. So we want to find the greatest common factor on either side of the divider line. So 6x squared and 12x have 6x in common, and negative 6x and minus 12 have negative 6 in common. So on the left hand side, we'll pull a 6x out, and then we're left with x plus 2. And then pull a negative 6 out. Negative 6 divided by negative 6 is 1, and then times x is x. And then negative 12 divided by negative 6 is 2, so plus 2. And see how x plus 2 appears on both sides of the divider line. So that is the greatest common factor. And we want to put that first. So x plus 2 times 6x minus 6 is equal to 0. So x plus 2 equal to 0. We subtract 2 from both sides, and x is equal to negative 2. And 6x minus 6 equal to 0. We add 6 to both sides, and 6x will equal 6. And then we divide 6 to both sides, and x is equal to 1. And let's let that marinate a little bit there. So now we have to plug our solutions back into the f of x equation, which is right here, to find the minimum and maximum. So let's go for it. So the original function is f of x is equal to 2x to the power of 3 plus 3x squared minus 12x to the power of 1. So let's plug in. So when x is equal to negative 2, so f of negative 2 is equal to 2 times negative 2 to the power of 3 plus 3 times negative 2 to the power of 2 minus 12 times negative 2 to the power of 1. So f of negative 2 is equal to 2 times negative 2 to the power of 3 is negative 8. So 2 times negative 8 plus 3 times negative 2 squared is 4. So plus 3 times 4 minus 12 times negative 2 to the power of 1. So negative 2 to the power of 1 is negative 2, and negative 2 times negative 12 is 24, so plus 24. So f of negative 2 is negative 16 plus 12 plus 24. So negative 16 plus 12 is negative 4. Plus 24 is equal to 20. So f of negative 2 is equal to 20. So now let's work on f of 1. So when x is equal to 1, okay, so we find f of 1, in which is 2 times 1 to the power of 3 plus 3 times 1 squared minus 12 times 1 to the power of 1. So f of 1 is equal to 2 to the times the 1 to the power of 3 is 1, so 2 times 1 plus 3 times 1 squared, so 3 times 1 minus 12, because 12 times 1 to the power of 1 breaks down to 12, or 12 times 1, and it's essentially 12. So f of 1, so we have 2 plus 3 minus 12, which is equal to f of 1 is equal to 5 minus 12, and that is equal to negative 7. So we could tell when x is negative 2, it gives a result of 20 for y, and f of 1 that's the x value, and the result of negative 7 is the y value. So the minimum occurs, the minimum occurs at x equals 1, and then the maximum occurs, and the maximum occurs at x is equal to negative 2. And so the reason why we know this, because 20 is the highest result and negative 7 is the lowest result. So here's the maximum coordinate. So negative 2 comma 20, and the minimum point is 1 comma negative 7. And the y values are the minimum and maximum values. So this is a max right here, and the negative 7 is the minimum. So text 55974436169 for math help. And also donate on the Cash App. With the $ up front, MLBFAN. Thank you so much, and let's learn math together. And let's let that marinate for a little bit.